afternoon. In my wife's car, so she has my mount. Well, I left it on her window, which used to be on my car. Please pardon me. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Up early, had to do something, so I'm running on. Not quite fumes, but near there. I'm headed back home to get a nap, then back out again. But anyway, I'm making this video. Why am I making this video? Yeah, I saw a broadcast on, I think it was BuzzFeed, where a family had they had a blueberry farm, I think in Michigan, and the whole thing was about it was a black farmer, and they were at this crossroads because nobody wanted to work on the farm. You know, they wanted to go to the city and pursue, you know, all kind of things other than farming. One particular family guy just said straight up, man, I don't like doing this, but you know what I mean? I'm just doing it, you know. And so one of the elders there were like, you know, they built this thing from nothing. You know, they built this thing up at a farm with blueberries. Evidently blueberries are hard to, it requires a lot of work, because they were actually picking them off of the bush one by one, so I know that's hard work. But they were, you know, one of the elders said, like, look, we're going to have to sell the farm. And, you know, I was thinking about that in context of, I listened to Yvette Carnell the other night, and how she was saying, like, you know, somebody gave her money, because the conversation was about Oprah, and how really Oprah's like freaking a lost ball in a high wind at this point. She's all over the map to supposedly be a billionaire. But anyway, one thing Yvette Carnell said was, you know, she would have some children. It's just like the children would, you know, like, look, this is the space that you're in. I built this. Her platform is advocacy and I forget what else, but you know, but that's her platform. So basically, the family built a platform of farming, and they're farming. They're basically going to give their platform, sell their platform away, because the younger generation does not want to take over the farm. But you know, I think they would live to regret that, because, you know, why? I just don't get why people don't adapt. So it's blueberry farming and it's backbreaking and you don't want to do it, but you have land. There's other things that you can grow that don't require that. So you can transition into something else, but you still utilizing the platform that your ancestors built. I mean, they were living. Well, the grandmother was living. The father had died. Their grandfather, the patriarch, had passed away. But like, if you have a platform, you know, in this case, it would be like, you know, all these platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, all those things like that. It's the equivalent of giving the platform away or selling it down from under you. And you know, once you sell it out, then what does the future generations get? So I'm figuring, like, anyway, I'm gonna phase on to the video and hopefully get some comments on what you think. You know, I think that. Let me just go ahead and play it, because I hate when people give the long-winded introductions. But I just wanted to kind of bring those things in. So I'm at 5 minutes right now. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in the video from Vice. Okay, thanks.
Some people think that money is power. Money don't get you power. Power will get you money. The land is power. Because they're not making anymore.
So I'm going to tell you a story. And this story can be told in various ways. It could be about how I spent over 72 hours on a blueberry farm, and I learned about the hardships of living off the land.
The immigration policies have definitely affected our workforce. I guess they're afraid that somebody might drop a dime on them.
This story could be about what happens to a crop when it gets labeled a superfood.
Being called a superfood kind of saturated the market.
Big time.
Did that affect the price as well?
Yes.
Or this could be about what happens to your stomach when you eat more berries than you pick.
Do you have a porta potty out here?
This story could be about so many different things. But it's about inheritance. And what it looks like when you inherit a farm.
All right, thanks.
My colleague Bim wanted to do a story on the state of black farming, and I said maybe I could help, because my family owns a farm. My great-uncle Sylvester was one of the first successful black farmers in the small town of Covert, Michigan. And when he passed, his only son, my Uncle Stephen, took over. But what happens to a farm when the people to inherit it are not interested in taking it over? When a farm provides dreams and opportunities for generations and generations, but in result moves those people away from the land.
Yeah, it's just definitely something we haven't really discussed yet.
It's enough when you're doing your own thing.
Yeah.
Even that, I've been paying them dudes, going a little bit crazy. My I've been planning on killing, they better make room.
As much as this is a story about farming, it's a story about conflict, duty, and passion.
It's about land that has been taken forcibly over the years from black ownership, righting wrongs, restoring some sense of justice.
Inheriting a farm is not easy, and I wanted to see what that looked like.
Keep the land.
No pressure.
All the pressure.
Everywhere you go in Covert, there's blueberries. This all you got?
Yeah.
Oh, keep picking, man. Keep picking. I need a full pair. That ain't full.
Few people we spoke to said they don't love farming, but they do it.
I was out of college. I became a partner with my father, and I had to be about 27.
I married Harold Baber, and he brought me here. I was going to do a daycare. Harold passed away, so I didn't want to have the little kids here and do the daycare and try to run the farm too. So,
How many pills are you on today?
2.
I was going to stay in Chicago and teach. That was my intention. My parents passed away, so here I am.
It does pay for my son's college, the berry, you know. Right. So.
Do I like farming? No, I'm not a big fan of farming. This is what my father did. Do I appreciate the fact that this is what he left us? Yes.
I think there is a generation of farmers who have done all that work and know it very intimately, and I think their children don't know how hard it is.
I want some berries.
Well, you know, you gotta go get those.
Well, as soon as y'all get done, y'all get y'all a bucket.
Hand-picked, fam. Hand-picked. He is to use your thumb.
Remember Sierra? She remembered you.
I can grab that.
Everyone said they couldn't do it without family, without friends. The problem is, of course, what happens when all the friends have moved away or they don't want to farm.
What?
I said 50 years you could be out here running. See, that's it.
The cost of being a farmer, the cost of doing business is so crippling for so many people.
With this thing, the machine, $156,000. Could have bought myself a really nice house with what I paid for that thing. You know, those are the choices you have. So that's my house. Okay. It's a tough way to make a living.
A lot of black farmers that sold their places.
So I put everything up for sale, and I'm going to sell it.
You can't make a farmer out of someone who is not a farmer. And so the key thing is to make them feel as though they are a part of something important.
Black Americans came to know the land and soil through the hardships of slavery. And the children of those slaves, who then purchased land of their own, faced adversity as well. The stakes seem high because they are. Black farming is not on the up and up, and have some say in that conversation, some say in that statistic, is very stressful.
Do you think he would want to come back and take it over?
My son?
Yeah.
No. He likes air conditioning.
What do you think will happen to our farm?
Oh, they'll probably sell too after a while. You know, I can't see nobody else taking it over.
Really?
No.
He fixes parts.
Just say bingo.
Bingo. I'm too old to get up. Would you get it for me, baby?
It's important to know where my aunt sees his farm because for her, it's more than just a farm. It's her home.
I belong to the CRS club.
What's the CRS club?
CRS?
Yeah.
Can't remember shit. Let's see, Sylvester and I, we were married a good 50 years before he died, you know.
Where do you see this farm in 50 years?
That I never thought about any.
I guess my cousins and I never talked about where we saw ourselves besides just running around the farm. Sometimes picking berries during the summers, and then just going home. And as we got older, our homes and lives became very different things.
I wish they would come, because everything will go to them. If you want to be part of the farm, I'll put your name down there too. But they don't come too often.
Did you do this, Aaron? We became graphic designers, coders, adults that don't have the same connection to the farm as our parents did.
We're like, oh, the farm's so intelligent.
People aren't farming like that anymore. I would do it. I mean, it's on the whole other side of town, which is kind of crazy. What are your thoughts, Sierra? You started this whole different career. CC.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with farming.
This farm was built on my uncle providing for his family so that they can go off and do things that they did. And they had kids and they're off doing things, and just the dream has changed. And it's so important to keep the land, but then it's so important to make sure everybody is fulfilling their dream.
Right.
I've never thought about selling it. My father worked hard. He worked hard to leave this to us. And he thought this is his ticket. And it would be our ticket as well. You have to commit that this is something you want to do. Every spring and summer, I'm committed to it. You know, I spend sometimes more of my own money than I want to. And that's what's jammed up right now that they're trying to get unjammed. That's the sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Fair. If you guys are really talking about investing in time and energy, I would be down to do that as well.
Well, we know what we got to do, right?